Look, we reflect on 30 years of failure and discrimination towards Indigenous children in the child welfare system, denials of service. This is 30 years of the cost of failure, and that cost is high. For the last 6 weeks, we have been at the negotiation table with Dr. Blackstock, with counsel to AFN, with AFN, under the guidance of Murray Sinclair, hashing out a number of things. That portion of historic discrimination that has occurred on Indigenous children, and a reflection, and this is principally why Dr. Blackstock is at the table, on fixing the system once and for good. And what does that mean? Long-term investments into things necessary to stop the discrimination, to make sure we're not repeating the model that has ripped children from their families into care. Investments in capital to make sure that they are properly financed in care, investments into making sure that agencies are properly funded, making sure the federal government is not contributing to the systemic discrimination that has given rise to these court proceedings. And let me be quite clear that had the government not appealed the decision, we would be in a situation where we would be in the process of figuring out compensation, so backwards looking and compensating people for historic harm, and perhaps not have accomplished as much on long-term reform. As Canadians that don't reflect on these issues every day, this portion will come as perhaps a shock to many people, but it reflects, again, 30 years of discrimination against the most vulnerable segment of society, and an equal investment to fix the system once and for good so that we are not repeating the pattern. I think this is near and dear to Indigenous people's hearts, particularly in the light of the discoveries around residential schools and bringing the children back. The first thing people think about is how can we educate children in our own community? How can we keep children at home safe, imbued in their culture and families? And this is the way to do it.